November 22nd, 1963 is the only story most people know.
Something is wrong here. Something is terribly wrong. President Kennedy has been assassinated.
But Alex Arroyos, his wife Amparo, and Ernest Eguia remember November 21st, the last night of Camelot, because they were with President Kennedy.
That's Lyndon, President Kennedy's signature. Wow.
Lyndon Johnson, Lady Bird.
And where's your signature?
Right here.
Their names share the guestbook page with Camelot's King and Queen. Memories saved 45 years.
He had a glow that it's still so vivid in my mind.
That night, everybody had a smile on their face.
Thursday evening, Houston. President Kennedy speaks to the League of United Latin American Citizens.
Alex and Ernest were officers in that group, LULAC. They invited JFK to their big fundraiser during his stop in Houston.
And when you would try to explain to people that he was going to be there, they would say, sure, you know.
To their relief, JFK kept his promise.
All of a sudden, the Secret Service started running all over the place. He's coming, he's coming.
Ernest Eguia was one of just 2 official greeters.
It wasn't long before the president came in with his wife. Big smile, both of them.
The crowd was going wild.
A mariachi band and 700 guests welcomed the president, vice president, and their wives as they stepped off the elevator into the ballroom of Houston's historic Rice Hotel. What was supposed to be a 2-minute stop turned into 20 memorable minutes.
But before the speech, the president and his lady surprised a delighted gathering of Spanish-speaking citizens by an impromptu appearance.
Well, I'm glad to be here today, and in order that my words will be even clearer, I'm going to ask my wife to say a few words to you also.
Shook hands with him, Jacqueline Kennedy, Lyndon Johnson, Lady Bird. I was on the receiving line.
Hi, Mr. President. Of course, I hollered at him. He always had that beautiful smile on him. Always. That's what I'll remember.
Were you able to shake hands with him?
No, they told us not to shake.
You couldn't say. Did you say hello at least?
Oh, yes. I wasn't going to miss that.
Many of these photographs have never been published and never been seen by anyone outside of Alex's family and friends.
And you'll see pictures of the musicians that are standing behind him. Later, one of them told us that he turned to Jacqueline Kennedy and said, I'm really having a good time tonight. Every time I remember that, it just chokes me up.
Another memory that hasn't faded?
He calls on Mrs. Kennedy to address the League in Spanish.
She spoke perfect Spanish. Beautiful.
Estoy muy contenta de estar en el gran estado de Texas, de estar con ustedes que forman parte de la noble tradición española que tanto ha contribuido a Texas. Esta tradición comenzó 100 años antes de que se colonizó Massachusetts, el estado de mi marido. Pero es una tradición que se mantiene viva y vigorosa.
Jackie was very nervous about that speech.
I didn't even know she was nervous because she got up with such grace and ease.
This high that night, and then the next day.
Official now, the president is dead.
Boy, I was stunned. Once the news came out, I told my boss, I'm going home. I can't function anymore.
People weeping, and the whole city shut down.
And instead of going home, then in my mind, I said, well, I got to do this, go get these pictures.
Newspaper pictures, never printed, from the last night of Camelot.
You felt that awe that night when you almost felt like it was, a member of your family. And then this happens.
Because he had been here in Houston just a few hours before. He came as a friend, so it was a great thing. In LULAC, we will never forget him.
You look back so many years and think, gosh, you know, we were there.
And not too many people can say that.